Okay, we are ready to get started with our weight training class today. If you are joining us on YouTube, go ahead and hit like and subscribe and ring that little bell so you'll get notified whenever we pop up a new video. You're gonna need probably a medium and possibly a light weight today. So go ahead and get your space set up. Make sure you have your weights handy. If you only have one weight, you can definitely do it all with one, no problem. And then we'll start with our normal warm-up. So either seated or standing, bring your feet about hip width apart and just start swinging your arms side to side, loosening up through your back, through your core, a little movement through your hips. If everything's feeling good, go ahead and raise that heel and turn your body a little bit further. Do 2 more on each side. Beautiful, and then bring it back into the center. Do the nice big arm circles to loosen up your shoulders. And then go the other way with those arm circles. Perfect, and then throw those arms in and out across your chest. Working a little through the center of your back between your shoulder blades. Excellent. From here, moving down into your elbows. So again, nice big circles just from your elbow this time. And then go the other way. And then down into your wrists. And go the other way. Last but not least, for the upper body, shake those fingers around, squeeze them in and out. Make sure everything's nice and loosened up through your hands as well. Moving down into your upper body for seated, into your lower body, you're just gonna pop your knees back and forth, windshield wiper them. And if you're standing, nice big hip circles in one direction. And then go the other way. Beautiful. And then for your knees, if you're seated, you're just gonna pick your feet up and swing them a little bit, or if picking them up is not your friend, just slide them back and forth on the ground. For standing, start with forward and back, and then if that feels okay, move into some knee circles in one direction. And then go the other way. And then finishing off with your ankles, pick one foot up and spin it in one direction. And the other direction. And then set it down, but with the toes up off the ground, and give your toes a nice little wiggle, squeeze them in and out, wiggle them all around, loosening up through the foot. Beautiful. Now go into the other side. Ankle going in one direction. And the other direction. And then set that heel down on the ground and wiggle your toes all around. Squeeze them in and out a few times. Beautiful. All right, we are ready to get started. So for our first movement today, we're going to do a squat with a leg adduction. So you're going to have a nice strong goblet squat, holding your weight right in front of your chest, coming down either sit to stand all the way down, or chair squat or body weight squat. And then as you pick your leg or pick up, you're going to swing your leg across the center line of your body, and then squat and go to the other side. So squat, leg adduction. That means you're bringing it across this way. All right, 1 minute on the clock. All right, here we go. Squat, and then bring it across. Beautiful, you got it. When you're doing that leg adduction, you want to try to lead with your heel. You can have a little bend in your knee, but you're pushing your heel that direction, trying to fire up the muscles along the inside of your leg. Beautiful, you got it. Now, if you are doing the sit to stand version and it's easier for you to do the leg adduction at the bottom, you can do it that way too. Again, you're just firing up the inside of that thigh, bringing that leg across. And time, beautiful. Go ahead and set that weight to the side. Shake everything out for a second. And then up next, we have an alternating pass through with an overhead press. So it sounds complicated, but really all you're doing, pushing that weight up, bringing it under your leg, going to the other side. Push it up, under the leg to the other side. The seated version, same thing. Push it up, bring it across. Push it up, bring it across. So pick which one's going to be best for you. We've got 1 minute on the clock. And go. The pass through, whether seated or standing, is going to help with those core muscles. Seated gives you a little more opportunity to do that crunch. Standing helps you work a little more on your balance. So choose your own adventure here. And you can even mix it up from one set to the next and try it different ways. Beautiful, nice and steady. These are exercises you can go a little faster on, but you're still not going for cardio speeds. We're focused on building muscle here. Looking good. Almost there. And time, beautiful. Set that weight down for a second, shake everything out. And then for this one, you may want to go to a little bit lighter weight if you have access to it. We're going to do a halo with a chest press out. So your halo, start with the weight in the center of your chest, and you keep it tight around your head, bringing it up and over. It's going to work your shoulders, your triceps, your biceps, everything. And then for your chest press, you just push it straight out, bring it back in, and you're going to go the other way on that halo, just like that. Seated or standing, choose your own adventure. Here we go. Go one way with that halo, press it out, and then go the other way. Beautiful. And if you get mixed up with which direction you're going, no worries. You're working your shoulders and your arms either way. Particularly if you're standing, keeping your belly sucked in nice and tight, you're working your core as well. Beautiful. You got it, guys. Ten more seconds. And time. Excellent. All right, set that weight down. Shake everything out for a second. Next up, we're going to, again, you might want a lighter weight for this one. We're going to do an alternating front raise, but we're going to do a vertical grip. Usually when we do a front raise, we do it with the weight turned horizontal, with our palm turned horizontal. But today we're going to do it this way. It's going to engage a little bit different muscles. So we're going to do one up, bring it down, pass it across. Try to keep your arm nice and straight. So you're working the outside of that muscle, and then go to the other side. We've got 1 minute on the clock. Here we go. So bringing it up, passing it over, and then doing the other side. Beautiful. We're working a lot of movements where we're crossing the center line of the body today. A lot of times those are exercises that get kind of neglected, and they use a lot of the little stabilizer muscles that can be harder to target. So it's always good to add in a few of those. Still keeping your belly in nice and tight. Getting that core workout in there as well. Nice. And time. Beautiful. Set that one down, shake everything out. And then our last one today, we're gonna do a twist, but we're gonna do it a little bit different again than we have normally done. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna grab whatever weight is right for you, and you're gonna bring it up to one side and come down to the other like you're chopping with a sword or an axe. But then you're gonna come up and across the other direction. So you're making like an X in front of you. Let your body turn with this. You're gonna really fire up the obliques as well as work that shoulder. 1 minute on the clock. Here we go. So nice and strong. Palm's gonna be up for this one and down for this one. Beautiful. If your range of motion makes your V look or your X look more like a V, that's okay. Just bring it right down here, no problem. You're still gonna fire up those obliques and get that nice twisting motion. Other hand can go wherever is comfortable for you. Nice. Be careful with your shoulder here. If you feel like, oh, maybe that was a little too far, maybe you heard a little pop or felt a little twinge of pain, bring it in for a tighter shoulder motion and let your core do more of the twisting. We would definitely want to protect those rotator cuff muscles, tendons. And time. Beautiful. All right. Set that one down, shake it out. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So again, allow your body to twist, check in with that motion. Do you want to keep it wide or do you want to keep it tight? Do what feels right for your shoulder. 1 minute on the clock. Here we go. Nice. You got this. You may feel that your range of motion is different from one side to the other, and that's okay. Most people are not exactly the same on both sides. We're not perfectly symmetrical humans. No worries, that's perfectly normal. Keep breathing. You got 10 seconds to go. And time. Beautiful. All right, set that weight down, shake everything out, and go grab some water. That's one set done, 2 sets to go. All right, bring it back in, guys. So we're back to that squat with the leg adduction, bringing it across the center line of the body. So again, choose your own adventure. Body weight or weighted squats, chair squats, sit to stand, or just holding that weight nice and steady in the seated position and just focusing on the leg adduction. Up to you. 1 minute. Here we go. Keeping that foot flexed, leading with the heel. Really trying to focus on the inside thigh with that movement there. Over halfway there. Ten more seconds. And time. Excellent. Set it down, shake it out. And then up next, we have that alternating overhead press with pass through. So grab your weight, seated or standing. 1 minute on the clock. Here we go. Press it up, pass it under the leg, go to the other side. Nice. Seated or standing is fine. Like I said, it changes how you crunch a little bit, but you're firing up the belly either way. Looking good. This is another great one to do empty hand or with something very light. So especially when you're first starting out or if you have any issues with your shoulders, you can do this one holding anything or just making a fist and still get a really great workout in. Almost there, guys. And time. Set it down, shake it out. Up next is the halo with the chest press. So choose your weight appropriately. If you need to adjust anything, go for it. Seated or standing, squeeze that tummy in. 1 minute on the clock. Here we go. Press it out. Go around the head in one direction. Press it out and go the other way. Nice. Make sure you keep a soft bend in the elbows. Don't extend those arms fully. You want to protect your joints. Looking good, guys. 5 seconds to go. And time. Excellent. Set that weight down. Give everything a little shake, a little wiggle. And then we're to the alternating front raise with the vertical grip. So again, seated or standing. If you're seated, you might want to pull your legs in tight, pin your knees together for this one so that you're not bumping it into your legs with your weight. Grab the weight that's right for you. 1 minute on the clock. Here we go. Bring it up, pass it across. You can bring it up as high as is comfortable in your shoulder. As I'm nice and warmed up on my second round, I usually am able to lift it higher, but you want to make sure there's no pain or stabbing or tingling in that shoulder joint. And you still want to make sure you keep a little bend in your elbow. Ten more seconds. You got this. And time. Beautiful. Set that weight to the side. Shake everything out. And then get the weight that's appropriate for you for that sword chop. Starting with your left hand. 1 minute on the clock. Here we go. Again, check in with your shoulder. Make sure that the track you're following is right for your body. And there's no pain, no crunching, none of that nonsense. Beautiful. "15 seconds to go. You got this." Almost there. And time. Excellent. Set it down. Shake that arm out. Oh, I can feel it in the shoulder for sure on that one. And then switch to the other side. All right, 1 minute on this side. Here we go. Shoulder to hip or shoulder to center. Either way, whatever works best for you. Let your torso turn. Really work those core and side muscles. You're over halfway there. Beautiful. Keep it up. You can do it. And time. Nice. All right. That is it for set number 2. Grab some water, and then we're going to finish out set number 3. All right. Bringing it back in. Coming back into that squat with the leg adduction. Choose your own adventure here, whichever one is right for you. And as we start set number 3, check in with your body. Are you good to go, or are you wanting a little bit more? Maybe go a little faster, maybe increase your weight. Are you starting to get a little tired? Do you need to go down a little bit? Make whatever adjustments you need at any time. All right, here we go. Nice. Well, just so that you guys know, if you have a TheraBand handy and you want to add a little extra to this exercise, you can put the TheraBand around your ankles and add a little more resistance to that movement, swinging that leg across. Almost there. 10 seconds to go. And time. Excellent. Set that weight to the side. Shake everything out for a second. And then we have that alternating overhead press with the pass through. So go ahead and choose your position. 1 minute on the clock. Here we go. Nice and steady. Lifting that knee up nice and high. Keeping that belly nice and firm. Like you're pulling your ribs in towards each other. Over halfway there. You got it, guys. Almost there. And time. Excellent. Set that weight down. Shake everything out for a second. And then up next, we have the halo with the chest press. Grab the weight that's right for you. 1 minute on the clock. Here we go. Press it out and around. Trying to keep the weight following down the back of your head towards your neck. So you're really working the triceps in there as well. Beautiful. More than halfway there. Ten more seconds. And time. Beautiful. All right, set it down for a second. Shake everything out. And then the raise with the reach across. All right, 1 minute on the clock. Here we go. Lift it up and bring it across. Nice, good control. Same speed going up as going down. Don't let gravity take it. You make the muscles work in both directions. Make sure that belly is squeezed in, pulling the ribs together. Keeping everything nice and firm so your torso is not wobbling around. Almost there. And time. Excellent. All right, set it down for just a second, shake everything out, and then grab the weight with your left hand for that sword chop. 1 minute. Here we go. Especially now that your shoulder's nice and warmed up, be gentle with how far back you reach so that you don't have any injuries. It can feel like you can go a little further, and you probably can, but you want to be cautious and not push it too far. And definitely ease up if you have any of those warning signs. Pain, tingling, crunching, any of those things. "15 seconds to go. Almost done. And time. Nice. Shake that arm out. Maybe rotate the shoulder a little. And then we've got one exercise left. Here we go. Beautiful, nice body rotation. You got it. Nice and steady. Whew, I'm sweating already. Almost there. And time. Excellent. Oh, shake those arms out. That was our last exercise in set 3. Grab some water and we'll come back for our final stretch. All right, bring it back in. Go ahead, take a deep breath. Bring those hands up over your head. And then lean to one side. Come back to center, lean to the other side. Come back to center, fold forward. And then pause here for a second. Come up to like a nice halfway fold where your back is nice and flat. And then let your arms swing slowly in small circles in one direction, massaging out that shoulder socket a little. And then in the other direction. And then relax down, let everything sink just for a moment. Nice big bend in your knees, roll all the way up. Squeeze those shoulders up towards your ears and then roll them down and back. From here, take one arm, bring it across your body, squeeze it in, rolling that shoulder down away from your chin. And then if it feels good, turn your head and look over the shoulder that's close to you. Bring your head back to center and release. Maybe flex your shoulders back just a little bit and then go to the other side. Again, if it feels good, turn and look over that shoulder. And then turn your head back to center, release, and flex those shoulders back just a little bit. Beautiful. From here, we're gonna stretch one foot out in front, lean down, get a nice stretch all through the back of the leg there. And then again, if it feels good for you, take your opposite hand and reach across to the outside of the foot, the shin, or the knee, whatever is in your range. Add a nice little twist and stretch through the side body. Release, sit up nice and slow. And we're gonna switch sides. Put the other foot out, toes up. Lean forward just until you feel that stretch through the back of your leg. Pause there for a moment. And then if it feels good, take that opposite hand and reach across to the outside of that foot or leg. And then release, come up nice and slow. And then for our last one, we're gonna do a hip flexor stretch. So if you're standing, you're just gonna put one foot behind you and push that hip forward to stretch through the front. If you're seated, coming to the corner of your chair as much as you can, you're gonna drop that knee down towards the floor. Same thing, just stretching through the front of that hip flexor. One more moment here. And then we're gonna switch sides and bring that back to center. Again, if you're seated, just scooch to the other corner point that knee towards the floor. And if you're standing, just switch your feet. And release. Beautiful. All right, you guys are all done. Thank you for joining me today. I will be here next week. I'll see you then.